At 8:12 p.m., maintenance opened the freezer to identify source of metallic odor. The hum stopped feeling like a sound and started feeling like a roommate. Inside, Tupperware, zip-tied bags, a handwritten label, "Do Not Thaw." We closed the door, and nothing felt normal again. This is case number 0006. Whatever Mike is freezing. Do we really want to know? You're listening to Filed and Deranged, Property Management's Classified Circus. Real incidents, one catastrophe at a time. We've seen the files. We've read the reports. We tried to believe they were exaggerated. We were so wrong. Today's file, an incident report that reads like a cliffhanger and, unfortunately, might still be one. Act 1. The penny smell problem. The complaint didn't say blood. It said metallic. Like pennies in a microwave, the neighbor wrote. Also, buzzing flies. Nowhere to be seen. The work order read, "Check fridge/freezer for contamination." Maintenance enters with gloves, mask, and the confidence of someone whose toughest fight to date was mold. They open the freezer. No meat, no ice trays, just rows of red, clear containers perfectly aligned. On top, a note. Property of Mike. Do not touch. Do not thaw. Most instructions clarify. These did the opposite. Act 2. The calmest man with the creepiest freezer. The tenant walks in and says, "Can I help you?" If this is Mike, he's shockingly serene, like we interrupted meditation instead of whatever this is. Management asks, "Can you tell us what's in the freezer?" Tenant, "That's private." No anger, no defensiveness, just a locked door disguised as a sentence. Management tries again. "We need to know if it's hazardous." Tenant, "It's mine. I'm Mike." And somehow, that explains nothing. Act 3. The label system from hell. Management notices labels, not dates, names, first names. Other containers read batch 3, not ready, and somehow worse, do not shake. They ask again. Tenant declines again, stating private. Management attempts one more time. "If it's biological, we'll need to dispose." Tenant, "You don't. It's mine. It's staying." Then the silence settles in like a witness, and we all begin wondering, what happened to batch 1 and batch 2? What did we just see? Act 4. When policy meets whatever this is. Management checks with authorities. Legal calls it a possible biohazard. Health code says identify or remove. Tenant says, "I said no." Management could escalate, call the city, issue violation notices, perhaps even request testing. They do none of this. Because the question became, what if we don't actually want the answer? If we test it and it's nothing, we panicked over Tupperware. If we test it and it's something, well then, we live in that world now. Management settles on the middle ground. Issue tenant a demand to resolve odor within 72 hours. And then they wait. Act 5. The odor leaves, the mystery remains. Re-inspection day. The metallic smell? Gone. The containers? Absolutely still there. A new label on top reads, "Thank you for the respect." Management whispers, "We still need an answer." Tenant, polite, No, you don't. The incident report states, freezer contained multiple red-filled containers labeled Do Not Thaw. Metallic odor present. No visible food items. Follow-up note. Tenant refused to identify contents. Stated, testing is unnecessary and invasive. Lesson of the lease. Lease rules are simple. Don't damage the unit, don't disturb your neighbors, and don't store anything that forces management to Google what counts as a biohazard if we aren't emotionally prepared to be adults today. Because once the freezer starts raising questions, so does your entire application. Congratulations, you've officially turned your freezer into a witness. This episode is adapted from real odor complaints and freezer discoveries documented by property managers. Names and details have been changed. No samples were tested. The mystery remains. Next time on Filed and Deranged. A runaway chicken, a deep fryer, a carpet, fans, and a fire department with lots of questions. Case number 0007, Fried Chicken Fire.